and welcome back to the next episode of our Pokemon Crystal Let's Play. I believe this is episode 4, and last episode, all we managed to do for like 30 minutes was make it through Sprout Tower. That's all we were able to do, okay? I'm sorry about that, but that's all we were able to do. But this episode, we will be taking on the gym. We will be beating the gym, and hopefully making it down to whatever tunnel is down there. I hope. No, we're gonna make it down to that tunnel. Well, we might not make it down to the tunnel because that is a lot of trainers to go through, but we're definitely beating this gym. That's for sure. We're beating this gym. I didn't even do our Pokemon recap. Well, all we have is level 10 Steel. I guess we'll go through the recap now, as we're in a battle. Whatever works, man. Let's see. Alright, so we have our level 10 Steel here, our Geodude, which has Tackle and, Defense Curl. We have our level 13 Max, our Cyndaquil, with Tackle, Leer, Smokescreen, and Ember. Literally the most basic, most basic movesets you can have on any Pokemon ever. But we're dealing with it. So, I have another Subway story for you guys today. And it was actually what happened to me today at Subway. And, I do love my job. The thing is, though, it's just some of the people there, not even the people, but some of the workers, my manager specifically, I'm going to give her a name. Let's call her, let's call her Danielle. Yeah, Danielle works. Okay. I was just trying to go through names of my friends in my head. Let's just call her Danielle. Okay, so she's the manager there, and I've been working there. Yes, Rock Throw. That'll make this so much easier. But I've been working there for about a week and a half now, 2 weeks. And so what was happening is we had our lunch rush today. As we have normally, just simple lunch rush, whatever. And I don't know what was Danielle's problem, and this has been going on for a while. She would just start randomly screaming and bitching at people for no reason whatsoever. Absolutely no reason. No reason at all. We didn't do anything wrong. She just starts bitching at us. And since I'm still fairly new, she likes to bitch at new people more. Well, I'm just going to cut into, whatever happened. No, I'll give you backstory if needed. But, it was during the rush, and there were probably about 20 people waiting on their food. They all came in at once. We weren't being slow or anything. There were just that many people, It was the beginning of the rush, so they were all lined up. Well, it wasn't technically the beginning, We'd been through a few people. It'd been 20 minutes into the rush so far. And I was doing veggies. Putting lettuce and stuff on the sandwiches, whatever. Because you have someone else doing meats and cheeses, because that's the first part. And then they ask if they toast it, and when you get it out of the toaster and you put whatever they want on it, right? So I was doing that stuff, and my boss Danielle, she just, and keep in mind, she's like an old lady. She's probably about 60, 50. No, she's probably 60s, and she has been working at Subway for 34 years. So she's been working there a long time. She's been working there literally, double my life, almost. So, she's almost usually right about everything, because she's been working there for over 3 decades, Every day she gets up and makes sandwiches for 34 years. I can't even imagine that. But, so she starts screaming behind me, asking me all these questions about, who made the sandwich, why'd they make it that way? I'm like, what are you talking about? And so I look at the sandwich, and, one second, let's just do this. I'm Faulkner, the Violet Pokemon Gym Leader. People say that you can clip flying-type Pokemon's wings off with a jolt of electricity. I won't allow any such insults to bird Pokemon. I'll show you the real power of magnificent bird Pokemon. I don't really know why he says that, because you can't even get an electric type up to this point. So, we don't even know what an electric type is. We've not seen one, so like, why even tell us that? But yeah, this will be pretty easy. We'll just have to steal. So either way, he's just yelling and screaming at me, and so she starts screaming like the sandwich doesn't have enough ham on it. And I'm looking at the sandwich, and the dude got triple meat. So normally on a foot long, because he had turkey and ham, 8 turkeys, 4 hams. So he was supposed to get 12 pieces of ham. And I don't know how she noticed it, but there was apparently only 11 pieces of ham. And I'm sitting there like, oh, okay, we already toasted the sandwich. We can't put a piece of cold meat on now. Like, how did you even notice this? Like, it's 1 piece of ham out of 12. Like, how did you even... Because she was just doing a little whatever. So, she starts screaming at me. She's like, "Who made this sandwich?" I was like, "I don't know. Look at who's to the right of me. Because whoever's to the right of me is the one making the sandwich. I've just been, working on this stuff." And so she literally throws the sandwich out, makes the guy who is putting on the meat and stuff, makes him stop mid-order of another customer to remake this sandwich the guy wanted. And this time the guy was like, "Okay, never mind, I don't even want triple meat." He's like, "Just do regular meat." And, Danielle was like, just screaming at us and yelling at us. And we're just like, we didn't even do anything wrong, Like, okay, 1 piece of meat. All right, let it slide. It's during rush. Like, darn, my dad's cherished bird Pokemon. All right, take this. It's the official Pokemon League Zephyr badge. Chronic receives Zephyr badge. Zephyr badge raises the attack power of Pokemon. It also enables Pokemon to use Flash if they have it any time. Here, take this too. Chronic received TM31. I believe that's Wing Attack. Wing Attack. Instantly learn a new move. Think before you act. TM once. Mud Slap. Okay, why was I thinking Wing Attack? What? In other words, it's both offensive and defense. Yep, I know it. Let me get back to my story, bro. So, she's screaming at us the whole time. We're like, okay, damn it, Elm, come on. Hello, Chronic, we discovered something about the egg. My assistant is at the Pokemon Center in Violet City. Could you talk to him? Click, click, click. Alright. As I was interrupted, so, she's at the front counter. Like, it's the front counter in middle of the rush. She has stopped the whole flow of making sandwiches for, god damn it. Chronic, long time no see. Professor Elm asked me to find you. He has another favor to ask. Would you take the Pokemon egg? Fuck it, yeah. Chronic received egg. What a great name. We discovered that a Pokemon wild will not hatch until it grows in the egg. It also has to be with you another active Pokemon to hatch. Chronic, you're the only person we can rely on. Please call Professor Elm. Hold on 1 second, guys. I gotta check something. Okay, alright. My bad. Okay. That was just weird. A car pulled up into our driveway and, everyone's home, so I just had to check that real quick. Alright. Please call Professor Elm when that egg hatches. Okay. So, yeah, she stops the entire flow of us working to scream at this one kid who forgot 1 piece of ham out of 12. And so then she comes over after screaming at him, and we're all still not working because, I finished everything I have. He can't make any more sandwiches. I can't dress any more sandwiches because I'm not getting any because he can't make them. And all the customers are unhappy. And, she stops screaming at him, comes to me, and she's like, "Why didn't you notice, this was made wrong? Why didn't you tell him, blah, blah, blah?" And I'm like, how was I supposed to notice? It was 1 out of 12 pieces. You want me to just sit there and count it in my head? I'm pretty sure the guy does not care about 1 piece of ham. Now, if it only came with, 2 pieces of ham or 3, yeah, he would care, but it's 12 pieces of ham. I really don't think he cares. So literally, like 5 minutes. Like, she stopped the entire flow of work for 5 minutes. And, like, literally about 7 customers left. Like, they just left. You know, I kept picking up, and I just saw them leaving. Like, before they even got their food. Like, they were still in line. They just left. And the thing is, we have a McDonald's right next to us. I literally saw, like, 4 or 5 of them literally go to the McDonald's next to us. And so I'm sitting here, and I'm like, she's got to stop screaming. And that's when she came over to me. I'm like, okay. It's like, after 5 minutes, she finally stopped screaming at us. I'm like, all right. And then 10 minutes go by. It's still in the rush because, more people are coming in. And she stops me and starts screaming at me for putting too many olives on a sandwich. Now, apparently, like, I know there's a formula to every sandwich. Like, I know this, obviously. You're supposed to, put 8 turkeys on a turkey, 4 cheeses on a foot long, unless they ask for, 6 tomatoes on a foot long, 3 on a 6. It's like just divided, whatever the 12 is into the 6, whatever. But the thing is, apparently you're supposed to put only 6 black olives on a sandwich, on a 12-inch. Now, I don't know about you, but if someone tries to put 6 black olives on my 12-inch sandwich, I'm not even going to be able to taste the black olives at all. Like, what? And so she stops me. She's like, you're putting too many olives, blah, blah, and I only put, like, maybe 10. Like, and the thing is, like, oh, yeah, that's almost double. But when you think, like, no one cares. Like, the thing is, I have seen her take a handful without, a customer asking, just, like, sprinkle it all on. Like, literally putting on 20 or 30 at a time. I'm just sitting here, I'm like, how the hell are you gonna bitch at me? Like, I didn't say anything back to her, I wasn't gonna, I know that's just stupid. But in my mind, I'm going, I've seen you, put on much more than 6. I've seen every other manager put on more than 6. Every other employee put on 6. I'm just sitting here, and I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll only put on 6. Okay, alright, whatever. And so I agree with her. I tell her, I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, I should study more, blah, 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 okay. And then, so, that's done. That's, like, the second time she screamed at us. And some customers, like, about 2 or 3 customers, even stopped her screaming to talk to her and yell at her and be like, yo, you can't talk to your, employees that way. They're doing it right. You can't just yell at them because they're putting on 2 or 3 extra olives. Like, the store, they move stores. This store has only been open for about 2 weeks. So she's already had 13 customers report and complain about her. Like, she's already, like, no one likes Danielle. No one likes her. And the thing is, well, okay, let me get back, till the third blow up she had today. Yeah, I know, it's like a lot of bullshit happened today. And, a lot of bullshit happens every day, but God, this was just terrible today. So what happened was, okay, I should probably switch out to Max. Steel's getting a bit too powerful. Well, head on levels anyway. So, we have a serious water weakness. We'll have to fix that. And so, what happened was, so, we have the oven, right? And you toast oven there, blah, blah, blah. If you've ever been to Subway, you know that. But each sandwich, not each sandwich, but but a lot of the sandwiches have different, settings. Like, if you're having a 6-inch, there's a 6-inch setting, 12-inch setting, 6-inch and 12-inch, and then 2 12-inch setting. But there are also settings for the meats, like, chickens go separately. What should I use? Probably just Ember. Okay. Steaks go separately, like ham goes separately. Turkey and ham are the same thing because they're just like cold meats. But yeah, so the other manager, the regional manager, higher up manager, Jim, who I mentioned in a previous episode, he told me if there's ever like a big rush and one person is getting 2 sandwiches and they have 2 different settings, just put them under combo and put them up for 1 tier higher of what they had. So if they got 2 6-inches, instead of the 12-inch, just do 1 6-inch, 12-inch. and one 12-inch. So it's like an extra because, like, yeah, they have. Oh fuck, that's a level 10 Whooper. Huh? Burn him. Burn his ass. Fuck. Oh god damn it. We can hang on for a little bit. I think we'll win. Come on. Oh fuck. Okay, yeah, use Tail Whip. And so, Jim told me if that ever happens, just put them in together. Just do that. Because, you're being rushed. You don't have time to toast 2 different sandwiches for 30 seconds each. You don't have time for that. And so, he was like, it's not that big of a deal. It's not like against the book or anything. It's just, most people would prefer to do it the right way, in quotations, but it's not really the right way. It's whatever. And so, Danielle, no, we're not buying your fucking Slowpoke tail. Get the fuck out of here. $1 million. You suck a dick, dude. We are loaded, but not that goddamn loaded. No one's fucking Donald Trump in here. He's her manager, basically. He's the regional manager. Danielle's just the store manager. So, he even told us all to do that, if that ever happens. And so it happened, and I was like, okay, just put it on combo, 1-up. And she comes over to me and shrieking worse than either of the other 2 past times, right? And she's like, who the hell taught you how to do it like this? She's like, that's not how you toast sandwiches. And, I straight up told her, I'm like, Jim told me to do this. He straight up told me my first day while you were next to us. And I was like, he straight up told me to do it like this. And she was like, oh, well, that's not how you do it here. This is my store, blah, 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 blah. And, she's like, go to the back. You don't know what the hell you're doing. And that set off one of the customers. And so, they were literally having a screaming match back and forth at each other for about 5-7 minutes. And again, this stopped the flow of work. No one was getting their sandwiches. No one was getting their food. People were leaving. And, I was just like, I can understand, Danielle, how, you want it done, but, it doesn't have to be done that way. And 2, it's we're in a rush. You can't just stop to scream at us. And you especially can't do it at the front counter. That's just rule number 1. If you're going to scream at your employees at the front counter for all the customers to see during a fucking rush, you shouldn't be a manager. She's been working there 34 years, and she's only the store manager. She should be a regional manager or higher up for 34 years. Because Jim has only been working there for 8-9 years, and he's a fucking regional manager now. Already, he's a regional manager. So, there's a reason why you're not higher up. And it's because you do shit like this. And so that was, just her screaming. Some other stuff that happened was we had a health inspector come in. And what you're supposed to, and how jalapenos and peppers and blah, 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 they come in packages with their juice, right? Really? Evolves at 14? I thought it was 16. Oh, well. But, so they come already with, the juices still inside, so you have to cut them open, let the juices drain. And so we have a sink with 3 sections, one with dishwashing detergent and soap, one to if there are any tomatoes or something, you just pour them in there before you wash them so the dishwashing water doesn't get too dirty or anything. And then the third one is sanitizing water, where it's just, sanitation. Just put it in there for about a minute, take it out, wash, dry it off, and that's it. So it goes from sink 1, 2 to 3. Well, just 1 to 3. Unless you need to use the spray or water, the hose to spray some stuff off. But what we use that middle sink for is we cut the jalapenos and banana peppers and stuff, and we drape them over the sink. We put them in the middle. Now, the problem with that, the big problem is that, and I didn't know this, it was pretty obvious once you hear it, you're not allowed to have food surrounded by fucking chemicals, right? That's just obvious 101, obviously. And so when the health inspector was like, no, you guys can't do that, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I won't do that anymore. And, Danielle was like, oh, okay, yeah, we won't do that anymore. And as soon as he leaves, she takes wherever she took the jalapenos before, because she moved them, obviously, when he said to, And she brings it right fucking back. And, I ask her, I'm like, but didn't he just say? And she's like, well, this is my store. We do it how I say to do it. And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, you could literally lose your job. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, that's not a thing. Like, you can literally chemically poison people doing that. Like, you're having this food, because, like, we wash dishes there. If someone is an idiot and washes dishes and splashes water into the jalapenos or peppers or whatever, and then we give that to them, they could literally get sick. And it's going to be our fault. I'm like, why would you risk that? Like, that's so stupid. Like, this is an actual thing. Like, it sounds stupid. Like, oh yeah, don't do this. But we're doing it. And I'm like, why? What is the point? Why don't we just drape them, like, somewhere and put a bucket under it and then pour the like, what are you doing? It's like, I straight up told her, I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. I just straight up told her, I'm like, I'm not gonna, because that's illegal. That could actually harm people and get them sick. Or possibly kill someone. Like, probably not kill them, but you never know. It's gonna get someone sick one day. Because I looked it up, and there are actual reports of this happening because people were putting food near chemicals, right? And I'm just like, this is stupid. We shouldn't be doing this, and she's like, well, if you don't want to do it, then you're just not going to prep, and, I'm not going to like having you here, you might lose your job. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do something illegal. Like, hello? I'm not going to do that. That's fucking stupid. Like, that's literally illegal. Completely illegal. He even, like, the health inspector told her she could lose her job for that. I'm like, why would you continue doing that then? And, whatever. But some other stuff we do that are illegal, and I didn't even realize this, Danielle does not give us breaks. Like, I'm a minor, right? So I only work, like, 5 hours, correct? I'm only allowed to work 5 hours, which is Subway policy. The law is 6, but Subway policy is only 5 hours. So, I can 5 hours without a break isn't that bad. Okay, it's not that bad at all. Especially since I work morning shifts and lunch shift, which is like, the rush, and time just flies by. It just flies by. So what she does, or doesn't do actually, is like, even people who have 8-hour breaks, or 8-hour shifts, or even 9-hour shifts sometimes, 10 hours maybe, she does not give them breaks. It does not matter if they're employees or trainees or whatever. I thought she just hated trainees at first. And it was like kind of like boot camp, she's only hard on trainees, whatever. But that's not true, because she, there are people there who have worked for like 16, 17 years at Subway, who have been managers at other stores, and she doesn't give them breaks at all. And that is so fucking illegal, it's not even funny. But no one complains about it. And so, like, I just don't get it. I'm like, she's doing so much illegal stuff. And then she's also, doing so much rude stuff to her employees. Like, she's had so many people complain and file complaints about her. Like, I hope she loses her job. Like, I'm looking for another job right now. Like, I like the Subway. I like working there, but I just cannot stand her. Like, she will scream at you for nothing. I mean, I guess it's a story of you got to put up with whatever you can. But if I can get another job somewhere, I'm definitely doing that. Like, I am leaving as quick as possible. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so that was a great note, but it is getting to be about, almost 25 minutes in, so let's just wrap up the episode right here. In this nice, spooky, dark cave. Nothing will happen overnight. What, I can't... Okay, I guess that clap will work. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, share, blah, 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 all that stuff. For more... let me know, what you thought, which I guess goes with comments, but let me know if you're enjoying the series, tell me how you feel, all that good stuff, but above all else, please have a great day.